This is Brief Briefing. Today we will cover Cardano partnerships, not just with these two cryptocurrencies, but with the government on planet Earth. Let's get going. Bitcoin sitting at 33K, Ethereum 1.5K, and Cardano sitting at 0.35 cents. Before I get to the main article, which has a lot of information in regards to Cardano, let me get to the news. Coinbase spent $230K to lobby Congress in 2020, record shows. Public lobbying records indicate that Coinbase spent $230,000 across 2020 to lobby the federal government on cryptocurrency policy and issues. The figure, first reported by Cointelegraph's Colin Post, is contained in 4 quarterly disclosure forms. Coinbase paid lobby firm Franklin Square Group $50,000 in the first quarter of 2020, $60,000 in each of the subsequent quarters. Data from OpenSecrets.org, which tracks information about lobbying efforts, show that 2020 figures represent a slight uptick from 2019, when Coinbase spent a reported $200,000. Seems like the Americans are not willing to give up yet. Reserve Bank of India exploring the possibility of digital currency. Less than a year after the Indian Supreme Court overturned the Reserve Bank of India's ban on crypto businesses, the bank's position on digital assets is looking slightly more bullish. According to a booklet on payments released today by the RBI, the bank is exploring the possibility as to whether there is a need for digital versions of fiat currency. Bank added that if it found a need, it would look into ways to put digital currency into use. The RBI booklet acknowledges the popularity surrounding cryptocurrencies worldwide, but claimed that Indian regulators and local government bodies are both skeptical of and apprehensive of them. The bank referred to a central bank digital currencies as legal tender in the country, but also called them a central bank liability in digital form. India has one of the largest populations on the planet. Once adoption starts going there, then it will be a snowball effect across the planet. Ripple ran crypto's most expensive lobbying program in 2020. Ripple Labs spent $690,000 lobbying in the United States in 2020, which still didn't save the firm from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Per legally mandated disclosure for 2020, Ripple's lobbying program dwarfed those of other firms in the crypto industry. DC think tank Coin Center receives $1 million donation from Grayscale. Coin Center, the Washington, D.C. based think tank, has received a $1 million donation from Grayscale Investments. Grayscale said Monday that on top of the direct donation, it would match up to $1 million in additional donations to the crypto policy focused firm. We're grateful and humbled by this generous commitment from Grayscale and the ongoing commitment by so many other individuals and firms who support us, said Jerry Brito, executive director of Coin Center, in a statement. The donation comes as activity on the U.S. government's crypto policy front continues to ramp up. CEC says mock trials for blockchain aided remote voting to begin soon. New Delhi. Mock trials for remote voting facilities for electors would begin soon, Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora has said. In his message to mark the 11th National Voters' Day, he said a research project on remote voting using cutting-edge technology has already begun. There has been a good progress in this regard. Mock trials would begin soon, Arora said on Sunday, adding the poll panel's proposal to extend postal ballot facilities for overseas Indian voters was under active consideration of the law ministry. The Election Commission has collaborated with ITT Madras to work on new technologies which will allow electors to vote from faraway cities without going to designated polling stations of their constituencies. Explaining the blockchain technology involved in the projects, former Senior Deputy Election Commissioner Sandeep Saxena had earlier said the concept is a two-way electronic voting system in a controlled environment with whitelisted IP devices on dedicated internet lines, enabled with biometric devices and web cameras. ITT Madras is a very prominent institute in India that's working to build the blockchain voting system. Cardano has done a lot of work in India. They have paid to educate Indian people on how to build on top of Cardano. Atala Prism is an interface that any novice can go and test out to see if this is a suitable product for their government. Here you can see you can issue a government ID, a university degree, proof of employment, so you can get some credentials to get into a building, health insurance. This is very low cost infrastructure ran by a decentralized computing system. Cardano has been very active in India, and even though they have not stated that Cardano is the blockchain they are using in India, I am only speculating. This is not financial advice, but I believe that Cardano is the technology that will be used for this pilot voting system in India. Ergo is one of the blockchains Cardano is partnering with. It has some devs from IOHG. It's currently sitting at around 92 cents, and it was created by Emergo, a Japanese corporation whose mission should be to enhance the adoption of Cardano in Japan. But where's the ATMs? Seems like they're doing their own thing. But they're going to collaborate with Cardano. So we take it how we can. Let's take a look. When you're looking at any blockchain project, don't take the dev's word for it. Always go out, make sure the website actually exists, make sure that everything is squared. They don't seem to have a large following on Twitter, but that's fine. I mean, they're devs from Cardano. The devs of IOHG are not concerned with speculation. So when they moved over to Emergo, I'm sure they're still not concerned with speculation. What they're concerned is about building up the infrastructure. So let's take a look at the GitHub repository. All right. We can see that Ergo updated the protocol in the last hour. 5 hours ago, they updated the Sigma Rust. You can see how many forks. You can look at the data, and you can even go in and look at the code and go ahead and look it up. Just because you don't know how to code does not mean you cannot look up data and verify that what they're putting into the GitHub is actually real. But Ergo is a solid project. Next, we have Cody sitting at around 6 cents, 38 mil market cap, not too bad. We can see that on their webpage, they are declaring their mission, what they aim to do. An app is good to go. NASDAQ has covered them. Yahoo Finance, investing. They've put a lot of effort into their UI. Cody is planning to basically build an infrastructure to like deploy dApps very easily. So like, very interesting project. Here we are, the official Cody GitHub repository. Let's take a look at their activity. Cody Crypto has not been updated in 4 days. Not a lot of activity. Cody Ledger, it's been 4 days. Oh, wow, not a lot of activity. Cody node, 5 days. As we go lower, it seems it hasn't been updated within 5 days. Then we have some stuff that hasn't been updated since March 4th, 2020. Cody node monitoring, crypto wallet, May 21st, 2019. Maybe they're building up a new crypto wallet. It seems that they are lagging in activity. Though they are lacking in activity, they seem to have around 37K of following. So there are some pros and some cons with Cody and Ergo. Ergo seems to have far more activity. If I were to be buying any of these two coins, which I am not invested, I would pick Ergo because the developers seem to be more work oriented. I mean, if it's been a few days since there's been any development on the protocol, I mean, come on, we're in lockdown. How do you not make time to build up your protocol? But Cody is in partnership with IOG, so it could be that there's a GitHub repository I am not aware of that IOHG is working on. That could be very probable because Charles does not mess around. Don't forget, like, subscribe, let me know, what do you think? Is this Cardano's year? Will it be one of the top 3 coins on CoinGecko? Have a great one. Let me know what you think. I really would love to know. Have a good one.